count my dough, I make it back. I spent on her, I make it back. What you told me can't take that back. What I told you can't take that back. I can go a day if I know nothing but baby. I went to my
Greetings, esteemed community members and Smashing Oyster. Recently I got 20 subscribers, and basically all of those people are people I know, friends, family, colleagues, the rest, and yeah, people I chill with, people who I've met or people who I've talked to, and that's why I like the number 20 so much. So, I figured like I'm probably never gonna get 100 subs or anything. So like, why not make a 20 sub special? I like small communities. I like people who chill together. Um, and I figured like as a thank you, I'd teach you guys how to double blink. So thank you for watching my shitty videos. And yeah, let's find out how to blink and double blink. Okay, so these are 3 blinks that I pulled from an Xbox clip of mine. Is this first one okay, this first one's a double. The second one isn't. Okay, let's watch the second one. So, with the blink, right? You have a counter or a countdown till for picking up the part, right? This is 30 frames. So, let me blow this up real quick. Okay. So, you have 30 frames here. I'm not going to show you all of them, but anyways, um the idea is you're gonna double jump, and you're gonna time the double jump so that the first press of the A button is here, like right around this X. So, I mean, okay, blinking, in my opinion, is not frame perfect because the jump can either occur here or here. I've seen clips of both where you blink from this position or this position, and that's kind of like further below the top left corner of the X, and then much closer to the top left corner of the X. So you want to shoot for that area a little closer to that, just timing wise. And you're gonna press double jump really fast, like boom boom, as fast as you can without jittering. So yeah, and the timing is not that hard to get. It's just practice, and you need to zone in so you don't fuck up. Like when you do a blink, zone in and try to really like say, okay, I'm gonna get this timing right. But just so you know, this is the time you want to shoot for. When you press your button, I mean, if you started pressing your button here, I mean, you'd be too late because, your brain takes time to register it. It takes time to actually press the button. There's a small input delay, but there's also the actual act of pressing the button um, twice. So basically, this is where you want to shoot for. Um, so maybe like think in your mind like around here, but like more like there, if that makes sense. But this is ideally where the double jump wants to start, like where you want it to start. Like I start here. So actually, you know what? It's 3 frames, I think. Wait, is it? No, it's 2. It's 2. So you have 2 frames to blink. Basically, because as you can see, I'm jumping here, but I've also seen it here. I forget if maybe it's 3. I think I've seen it here as well. Either way, um, it's precise though. It's not like, oh, I have 3 frames. Whatever. That's only 90 milliseconds, 3 frames. So if it's 2, which is more likely, I'd say it's 0.66. Um, and oh, by the way, real quick point. The reason Slayer said he had inconsistency, I'm guessing, was because of his macro was set up wrong. Plus, macros are not a consistent way to do frame perfect things. That's just the truth of it. Because, especially, I doubt he set it up in a way where the timings between button presses were on intervals of 0.033 seconds, or 33 milliseconds, because that's how long a frame is. And even if you have a slight overlap, you'll still, or yeah, if you have a slight delay in when, like, okay, so frames are being displayed on the screen. you know, let's say the frame starts being displayed, and then like 5 milliseconds later, you press the macro. It'll all the button inputs, since they're on intervals of frame timings. What's gonna happen is you'll still get it because you're only 0.5 milliseconds off. So essentially, if you screw with that timing, if you make it intervals of something other than 33 milliseconds, or multiples of, I should say, you could press it at the wrong time of the frame being displayed and screw it up. So yeah, I think that ruins his argument. But what ruins his argument even for is just even more is the stupidity of the idea that you can't be expected to learn something that's inconsistent. I don't want to go into too much detail, but he's arguing that, you know, in other games, frame perfect tricks are much more consistent, whereas even with his macro, he failed blinks sometimes, which, like I said, is probably his macro's fault. And you can be expected to learn, just like you can be expected to learn to hit a baseball, even though with the baseball, there's wind, your stance is different every time. Like literally, there's so many factors in hitting a baseball, but you know, we still have people who play professional baseball and excel in swings, you know. So just because something's inconsistent doesn't mean you can't be expected to learn. Go to Sweatsicle's stream and watch some videos of him, you know, doing Siege. He's definitely learned how to he's definitely learned how to blink more than your average person, you know. So it can be expected to learn, and the timing isn't that tricky. I can tell you from experience. Um, you know, go out and try it. Okay. So if you do it correctly, the blink animation will start when the circle is complete. Um, and the part symbol, little relic icon, you know, the little circle inside the dot inside the circle, that's gonna come with you. It's you're gonna disappear, and there's a lot of HUD cues. So the sword is gonna turn into an infinity sign with this weird sun-shaped thing. Um, you know, you're gonna see a missing part here, so you'll know. If you still see a part on the ground, that means you fucked up, and uh, you should turn your movement stick, I think it is, back, and then RBRT, so you can get back to the part. You don't have to, but you'll get back sooner if you fuck up a blink. So then, basically, once your sword kind of appears, like, that's when you want to start swinging. So you just do RB, RT, just like that. Yeah, okay. So, that's the blink. The double blink. So the double blink, the idea is you're doing a blink, then a sword combo, and then like you're triggering it in the sword combo, but like the blink will happen. So you blink, sword combo, and then you blink and do another sword combo. So the timing for it is when you press A, all right? So you're gonna do your RB slash, right? You're gonna swipe, and then this time frame is when you press A. So like kind of like right around this. Okay, starting here, you want to blink in that slash. That's the slash you want to blink at. So that's I'd say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames. You have about 5 frames to hit the double blink, which is about 165 milliseconds, which is a tenth of a second, which is about as much time you have to hit a garrison. So it's a little tricky, but if you use the animation and you try to you say, okay, I'm gonna press A like right here. That's kind of the perfect frame. Like that's what I use for reference. And once I do that, you know, you get the double blink. So let's go back to what it looks like. Yeah, and I definitely you can do it pretty much anywhere in that swipe, but I would do it starting like there once your sword is kind of like angled. But not like across or anything, but just kind of angled. All right, let's pull this up. Okay, let's examine a double blink. I think this is the one where I swipe on the thing. Okay, so I'll just do a different one. Okay, so same thing. Pick up the part, you blink right, you jump there, yeah, blink, you're gonna blink with the part, you're gonna do a sword combo. Okay, so I'm pressing A like right there, maybe there. That's perfect. Like if you press A right there, you'll hit the double blink right when your sword's right here. But you can tell yourself like, okay, I'm gonna hit it here or here. But like right there is just about perfect. Then the animation when you press it like here is you're gonna blink as you're swiping up the sword. So let me play that for you real quick. That's what it looks like. You're swiping into the blink, which is kind of cool. Okay, then you're gonna do the next blink. Same thing when the sword spawns. Just get swiping. And you can move your camera angle. As you can see, I'm moving to the right here. I'm not going across the rails. That would be straight, I'm moving my camera here. I'm gonna land on there. Yeah, let me show you one more example. I'll just play it since I've explained it already. So if you actually hit the ground, like I did here, you can do up to 3 sword swipes. I fucked up. It's not like super useful. I mean, maybe you could figure out a way it would be useful. Because I mean, I did blink from here, right? And then I landed here. So if you have enough landing room, right? Like if you land somewhere and get the height right, which it kind of sets you up for the right height if you're blinking like in this area, like from that height up to that height. And by that, like up to this height, I mean here, like the platform. Um, you could wait to hit the ground. Like, see, like I'm with my sword for a second here, but only briefly. I'm here, here, and then I start swiping. But I don't like tell myself to start swiping when I hit the ground, but like I hit the ground and then like I'm telling myself just swipe right away, but and like you can guide yourself. I could have honestly guided myself right around there by near those heavy bricks. But here's the thing. If you're on the ground, you can go even further because you can do 3 sword swipes, and then you can do a twirl with your Dark Drinker. So you can do an RT attack. And if you aim that, you can get a little bit more distance and maybe even kill some ads. So I haven't personally tried using that as a strat, the 3 sword swipes on the ground, but I'd be interested to give it a shot and see what happens. That's how to double blink. Again, I tried making earlier videos of this, like, and I really ranted on Slayer. I even like pulled up his video, but I figured I'd give you the short version of that, just 'cause like it's such a silly argument. I don't even need to give it that much of the time of day, and the double blink is not that difficult. Like it's tricky. It's just a timing thing, though. That's how it's tricky. It's not like you need a lot of skill to do it. You just need to sit down, practice it for, maybe practice it in the back of the map for maybe 2 or 3 runs, and you'll get one. Once you get one, and hopefully this timing guide makes it easier. Like, put your sword at an angle and whatnot. Just like when it's at the downward angle, that's pretty much when you want to do it. That's my cue for it. Yeah. And I have 52 double blinks as of now. I haven't been practicing a ton, but once I think I'm gonna start actually going for siege attempts and learning the encounter once I get 100. Just so I'm totally comfortable with the double blink and stuff. And yeah, I think that'll make it a lot easier. I hope Sweatsicle watches this video because I know he can do it. Shout out to the boys. You know who you are. Shout out to Smashing Oyster for being the fucking nicest dude in the community and fucking hilarious. Shout out to everyone chill, dude. And shout out to the subs. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to whoever's watching this, because if you're watching this, you're I don't know. You cared enough to watch the video. Thank you. Talk to you guys later.